Valley. It's nice to have you with us during this Memorial Day weekend. So let's get started right away with our announcement, and that is given to us by Dave Vineyard, our core group president.
Okay, I'm not talking until we do that again. Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning?
Fabulous.
Good, good. I have a lot to talk about, so I'm going to try to get through this quick, painless, easy. I'd like to welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living in the Valley. If this is your first time here, we appreciate you being here. We are a new thought community based on the teachings of Ernest Holmes, which revolve around the power of positive thinking and laws of attraction. Okay. As you see, I have pages of stuff, so much, I'm overwhelmed. Okay. So before I get started, we all know I like to do little affirmations, and I have a really fun one for May. So this is how it's going to go. I've done this every week. This is the last one, so I want to hear some stuff with this one, okay? All right, so it's going to be, I speak with clarity, I live with purpose, and I stand rooted in truth. Okay? Let's try it. I speak with clarity, I live with purpose, and I stand rooted in truth. All right, that was good. That was a good test run. Now this is the big one. Are we ready? Okay, all right. I speak with clarity, I live with purpose, and I stand rooted in truth. Oh, thank you guys so much. Every month I've been trying to top the last month. Next month, I don't know, we might have to dance or something, or I don't know. It's going to be a good one. Okay, if anyone here in Menifee missed the event that we had here on Friday, I am so sorry, because it was amazing. So we had with live jam events, we had a live concert and show here, and it was phenomenal. Not only was the food incredible, we had Gracie's Kitchen? Gracie's Lunchbox. Gracie's Lunchbox provided food. We had live entertainment from an American Idol finalist was here, and she was phenomenal. If you look around on Facebook, you'll see it. It's all over there. Not only that, but on my request, and as my guest, we had the mayor of Menifee sitting at our table, and his wife. We had the former mayors here. Bill Zimmerman was here. A couple of the city council people were here, and it was a packed house. This happens every month, and this one was the best one so far, so I can only imagine what the next one's going to be. But a little birdie told me that at the next one, it's the fourth Friday of every month, the next one, our very own White Feather is going to be performing as an opening act for the other band, which is going to be a jazz band. So that's going to be awesome. Oh, the jazz band is called the Jazztronauts. Jazztronauts, I just read that. That's going to be on June 27th. Okay, June calendars are also available over there at the table, so grab one of those. Next week is potluck, so make sure you bring a dish. Even if you don't bring a dish, you can still eat, because we're going to bring a lot of food. And also, another little birdie told me that it's somebody's birthday on June 5th. So that little birdie is going to be bringing a cake. By the way, I'm that little birdie. So I'm going to be bringing a cake to celebrate my birthday. So make sure you come, because it's potluck. We're going to be celebrating my birthday and all the other June birthdays. So don't miss out on that. Also, next Sunday, we have Reverend Jeannie Sovereigns coming all the way from Arizona. So she spoke here before, and she was phenomenal. And so she's coming back. Her talk is going to be entitled In Living Color. And like I said, potluck, speaker from Arizona, birthday cake. How can you miss it, right? Also next week, Wednesday on June 4th, we are having the drum circle here at the center. And it's going to be facilitated by our very own White Feather. And I'm going to have him talk about it in a second. But speaking of White Feather, on June 6th, which is Friday, White Feather has made the finals of the Menifee's Got Talent. So he will be performing. He will be performing at Liberty High School at 7 p.m. So come out and celebrate him so we can honor him and get him to win. Because I think he can win. I think he can do this. If you grab a pamphlet or in the insert today, there's more information about it. We're all going to go. We're going to support him. It's going to be amazing. And now, if White Feather will please tell us about the drum circle.
Well, as everybody knows, the drum circle is my time of the month. It's the time of the month to get the connection of love and light within yourself. When you drum around the world, there are many instruments that you don't really know about, but when you hear the drum, you understand that. Because it's within all of us to feel the rhythm of the drum, to feel the love of the drum. So we have Sister there coming down, and she's bringing our beautiful central drum with us. We have the chief of the tribe, of the Pachanga tribe here. He's one of my personal friends. He'll be here. My dear brother, Cliff Kreitz of Twisted Trees, which will be playing with me at the Menifee's Got Talent. He will also be here, and I'm going to end it all off with a beautiful sound bath. Now, there's not another drum circle that has live entertainers playing. So come on out, bring your grandkids, bring your neighbor from across the street, and it's going to be a wonderful event of love and light for everybody. I'll see you there.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, I can't say enough about the drum circle. If you have never been to one, or if you've been to a million, I guarantee you, you've never been to one like this. Sound bath, live music, it's got everything, and it's just a $10 suggested love offering. We'll take 20 if you want to get it. But we'll also take your pocket change, because it's that kind of event where you come and you get so much from it. It's just awesome. Are we having coffee and treats today?
Yeah.
Okay, we have stick around afterwards for coffee and treats. We'd love to talk to you guys. If you'd like to become a member, there's a blue membership form over there on the table. And there's also some flyers for some of the events that we have going on here over there. And stuff is, of course, is in your inserts. There's so much stuff. Please keep Kara in your prayers. She has a huge headache today. That's why she's not here today. And we are going to a Cirque du Soleil event later on today. And so I told her, I want to handle everything today. You stay in bed, close the curtains. She'll be better. Just send some healing energy her way, please. Now, before I intro Eloise, if you have a prayer request for the week, please place it in the box located underneath the Porch to Runners Homes over there. Please like us on Facebook, Instagram, all that fun stuff. You can get more information from our website, cslmb.org. And now, please repeat after me. Open minds.
Open minds.
Open hearts.
Open hearts.
Open arms.
Open arms.
Open at the top.
Open the top.
Thank you all. Have a great week.
My chant this morning is Pater Noster, which is the Our Father in Latin. Pater Noster, qui es in celis, sanctificetur nomen tuum, adveniat regnum tuum, fiat voluntas tua, sicut et cielo et in terra. Panem nostrum quotidianum da nobis hodie, et dimitte nobis debita nostra, sicut et nos dimittimus debitoribus nostris, et ne nos inducas amado. Amen. And on this beautiful day, the sun will shine, everything will be glorious. We just have to wait out the mist, the clouds. Whatever happens, every day is a brand new, beautiful day. And it's ours. Every day we own that day. Every day we get to do whatever we schedule, because we're the scheduler. We're the owner of the day. So think about how happy you want to be. Think about how God wants you to have the best day of your life every day. Because that's who we are inside. The spirit that dwells within us. That is the divine presence. That is the God that we all are, because everything is God. God is all there is. And when you really get to know that, when you really get to feel it, when you are so overwhelmed with your creative spirit, with your power, with your strength, you know where it comes from. You know who you are. I know who you are. God knows who you are. And in my gratitude for the awareness of this God presence, of this divine energy, I release my word into the law of mind, knowing this is the truth. And together we say, and so it is.
morning, since it is Memorial Day weekend, I'm reading from the Essential Ernest Holmes book. This is the writings of Ernest Holmes, but they are collected in categories. And the category that I'll be reading from this morning is called "The World Has Suffered Enough." And this is appropriate for Memorial Day. Ernest Holmes writes, "The three great enemies of mankind are war, disease, and poverty. And we believe that these three great enemies must finally be overcome, as divine wisdom and infinite intelligence find a more complete outlet through the mind of man. We are conscious that peace is the power at the heart of God, that at the very center of the universe there is equilibrium, poise, peace, love, truth, and beauty. And on this Memorial Day, we feel that we would draw closer into the beauty, into the divine presence, into the realization of this eternal peace, which must finally triumph over all war, which must finally heal all disease, and which must finally destroy every sense of lack, of limitation, and of want. We know that it is not natural order of things for people to be at war with one another. We know that the human heart is instinctively kind, that it desires peace, it desires self-expression, it desires liberty, and it desires happiness. If we would promote the idea of peace in the world, we would begin with our own individual consciousness. And on this Memorial Day, I wanted to also read very quickly Ernest Holmes' prayer for this country. And he writes, "My prayer for my country. Believe in the divine destiny of the United States of America, and in the preservation of liberty, security, and self-expression for all. I offer this, my prayer for my country. I know that divine intelligence governs the destiny of the United States of America, directing the thought and the activity of all who guide its affairs. I know that success, prosperity, and happiness are the gifts of freedom and the divine heritage of everyone in this country, that they are now operating in the affairs of every individual in this country. I know that divine guidance enlightens the collective mind of people in this country, causing it to know that economic security may come to all without the loss of either personal freedom or individual self-expression. I know that no one can believe or be led to believe that personal freedom must be surrendered in order to ensure economic security for all. The all-knowing mind contains the answer to every problem which confronts this country. I know that every leader in this country is now directed by the all-knowing mind and has the knowledge of a complete dissolution of every problem. And I know that the spiritual democracy shall endure guaranteeing to everyone in this country personal liberty, happiness, and self-expression. And so it is.
And so it is.
And so it is. So Memorial Day 2025 used to be called, well, Memorial Day used to be called Armistice Day. And it was symbolized by a flower. Do you remember what that flower was? A red poppy. Yeah. And we used to wear those on our lapels. So it's my great pleasure this morning to introduce a gentleman who has been with us from time to time. He's not wearing a red poppy today. In fact, he's wearing a blue blazer, and there he is right now, Mr. Dave Friedman.
Thank you, Mr. Dillon. Y'all remember Mr. Dillon? Good morning.
Good
morning.
How y'all doing today?
Fabulous.
How about that? This has really been something. You don't even need much more. I mean, we got connection with people. We got connection with our inner spirit. I got something to think about. That was good, yeah. Nice to be out here. Nice to be anywhere, but I love being out here to see you all on Sundays. And I've got this thing, you know, I made a talk for you. I'm going to talk about that. What you were talking about, and it's an interesting thing. What would you say the three biggest problems in the world was war? So it starts with a D. And something else. See, he gave me war, disease, and poverty. Three biggest things in the world. And he spoke about that as if those are things that we have problems with. And all of this stuff, everything we've been talking about, everything that we've taken into our hearts as purveyors, if you will, of this philosophy, that those aren't really things, those are effects. So I want us to just think about the fact that we are the cause, right? And then if we caused it, we can stop it. Which kind of ties into what I'm saying today, but that just spoke to me, so thank you for that. I'm going to start with a saying from the Science of Mind Statement of Beliefs. Are you familiar with the Statement of Beliefs? Ernest Holmes was at this event, and a reporter came up and says, "What is this Science of Mind stuff? What do you guys believe?" Boom! Right off the top of his head. I think it's like 13 or 15 statements that still ring true today. He said it exactly the way we still read it. So that's really cool, kind of the power of Ernest and what he was channeling for us. So from the Statement of Beliefs, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all. That was the statement, and it continues from a CSL point of view. This invites us to consider that true liberation, individually and collectively, demands more than passive belief. It requires proactive engagement and transformation. To align with this vision, we must move beyond mere ideas and actively participate in creating a world where freedom from discord becomes a reality. This involves transcending silence and embracing our voices to address and resolve conflicts. By speaking up and taking action, we contribute to the collective shift towards harmony and equity. Many organizations use phrases like, "We must do this." "For you to have, you must must do this in order to create that, right? So who are these organizations to tell me what I must do? What if I don't want to do that? What if I have a different idea? Okay, if I do my idea, because y'all have good ideas, right? So here's the thing. If you are inclined to speak up, if you are inclined to do something, to help, to give, to try and change something, have at it. It's a good idea to be more active. Absolutely. But it's interesting because where these organizations are coming from, in their heart really, this is from Thomas Jefferson, all tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. That is the challenge, I believe, that the world faces, is our disability, inability, desire to not ruffle feathers, our desire to, it doesn't really matter, I'll just keep it to myself. So what do we do about that? But by them saying what we must do, isn't that kind of wandering in to kind of, and we're not sheep. And that's one of the things I like about this philosophy. These are a bunch of people that think, these are a bunch of people that feel, these are a bunch of people, y'all are a bunch of people that have a clue and are willing to go out there, grow more into your real self, and put that clue into action. And that's kind of a beautiful thing. And a more powerful way to make a change is if the push comes from within. It is that inner voice. I call it our inner wisdom. Some call it Gus. Everyone know what Gus is? Gus, universe, spirit source, whatever it is. So some people, because I know people go through different versions of religious journeys on their life. God itself sometimes is a trigger or something that people go like this. I don't know. I've been doing this for 18 years. No. Took me about half that time before I could say God and actually mean it, you know. So Gus is all inclusive, as is this philosophy. When we act on what our guiding light tells us, then that's when change happens. That's an idea that can't be stopped. When you act in a way, when we act in a way from an idea that somebody else suggests, then it's probably a pretty good effort. You know, it might make a difference. But following our way, our guiding light, that's when stuff happens. Whatever it is that urged you into action, though, take it. If you take the action, though, mean the action. There's this thing called energy. We're all energy, right? And I'm sure some of you have probably heard that it doesn't matter what you believe, it matters what you believe. And if you think you believe, then look around you, and if you're not experiencing what it is you think you believe, then you don't really believe. And that's an energy thing. Somebody said something about law of attraction, which was, you know, kind of woo-woo and stuff when it came out, but that whole idea now is being backed up by quantum physics. The fact that energy attracts like energy. This is why we hang with people that we like, and we don't even know why. It doesn't matter. We're attracted to them. When we don't speak our minds, we actually could, remember, whatever you believe manifests. If we don't speak our mind, you actually could manifest something that might not be pleasant. Louise Hay, everyone knows Louise Hay. She was one of the pioneers of mapping physical ailments, physical maladjustments to metaphysical reasons. For instance, if you are holding on to something that you absolutely should say, and you're not. You ever have a scratchy throat? I see people have actual laryngitis, can't speak until they own up to whatever it is that's bothering them. And then speech magically appears. It's a beautiful thing, but it is real. Now, I'm not saying that you just go out there and talk to everybody about everything. This is what I think. How you doing? I'm Dave. This is what I think. You know? Tell me what you think, because that's not right. Who said that they want to listen to you anyway? They probably don't. No, right? But speaking out doesn't necessarily mean going out and talking to people. There's a lot of stuff going on these days. And there's a lot of, oh my God, we got to do something. What can I do? Well, what do you feel like doing? What are you called to do? What are you called to do from the inside? See, that's where we have to listen. We say that prayer is talking to Gus. Intuition is Gus talking to us. So these messages do not want to be ignored. You ever know what these messages are? You ever take a minute to find out why you're uncomfortable? Why you're like, You ever think about that? And you have to go deep, and it's not fun. It's funny. I do coaching, and I have a couple of friends who say, I know what you do, and I know you're good at it. In fact, I've coached them a little bit, and they say, I know I need it, but I'm scared to death to go in there, and I'm not going to work with you. And of course, I have to honor that, right? But that's how people are, because it's scary to go in there, because that's truth. That's capital T truth. So when these things that are happening in the world, the big three that Bill shared with us today, what do you want to do about it? We really can't do anything about it. It's out there, and we love to take care of what's out there. You know why? Because it's out there, and we don't have to deal with what's in here. We know how everybody else should live. Don't tell me how I'm going to live. Everybody else live. And when you listen to your intimate self, it could be a more personal thing. Your intimate thing, does it ever tell you around the world? Do you know what your circle of concern is? It's this. I love this. How you doing? This is all we can control ourselves with. That's it. That's us. That's the only thing we can control. Now, we can maybe influence a little bit of this. And then there's the whole rest of the world, the whole rest of the universe. And we love, again, dealing with all that. But this is what we can control. Why don't we take more of an effort in our life to control this? Because when we do that, then we expand. So for instance, there's all kinds of stuff going on out there today that we'd rather not see or hear about. They run contrary to who we are, 100% against what we believe. And I'll just name one of them, school shootings, right? Is there anything really worse than somebody wandered into school and gunned down a bunch of kids? It's like one of the worst things that we can do. And when we hear that, what happens to our reactions? We are all over the place. How do you react to that? Well, you get scared, you get angry. How wrong is this? Then we go out and empathize with the pain of the family and the people and everybody that was involved. And what can you do about it? Really? Nothing. You know, it's out there. It sucks. Can I say sucks from up there? Okay, thank you. But we want to help. And it is a horrendous thing, but we really can't do anything. And one of the and I get this, and it's a challenge, because you feel so helpless to be unable to help people in this real hour of need. And then there's this other part of it, because then we talk to somebody else about it. And now there's two people, what I call awfulizing and catastrophizing. Oh my God, isn't that terrible? Yeah, it really is. I wish that would, go down this thing. Well, what that is that's negative energy. And what the universe does not need is more negative energy. So you're actually bringing the whole thing down by, quite honestly, caring from your heart. So don't do that. It's hard. It's a normal, natural human reaction to an event like that. So we have to be on top of that. And I don't mean celebrate it, but I mean let it go. You notice it, send them a little prayer. Send them a couple of bucks. Whatever it is you are called to do it, and then let it go. Focus on you. As we know, it all starts right here, right? When I first started in this philosophy, I kind of questioned that. I feel a little selfish from everybody out in the world. What do you mean, take care of me? I'm the only one that can take care of me. And by doing that, I take care of everybody else. Because when my energy's up, I positively affect what's around me, right? And we know it all starts here. So think about yourself as a pebble. I love this. Think of yourself as a pebble, okay? Drop yourself into the pond of life. And what kind of ripples are you sending out? Here's another one that's more fun. What happens, what comes out of those little yellow things when you squeeze it? What comes out of it? It's a lemon. Okay, now what comes out of it? Right? Pledge. An orange, right? When you squeeze it, what comes out of it?
Lemonade.
Thank you. Orange juice. Right? When you squeeze you, what comes out? So let's know who we are, what we're doing, and why. So this idea, if we want to align with a vision to move beyond this, then do it. And if you don't, then don't. But do you. You do you. And your inner wisdom will guide you. And where you are guided, quite honestly, is for the greater good. So you're actually doing good for everybody else. Plant the good seeds. Focus on what you can create. If you need to speak out, speak out. See, that's another thing. Don't be afraid to share your truth, regardless of the potential feathers that might get ruffled. Because that makes a difference. And if you're not inclined to do it, don't, because it won't feel real. You'll just do it because. So the energy of what we do, then, you know, if you have to, like a friend of mine wrote to Congressman, the governor, wrote it out, we tweaked it, prayed on it, filled it full of energy, imbued it, I think is the word here, put it out there. What about posts on the internet? If you must speak out, there's a way to get your opinion heard. And what's going to happen? Guaranteed you're going to get slammed. Right? Don't let that bother you. You're still speaking your truth. You're still dropping your pebble into the water. And they might be slamming you. Don't let it affect you. Talk about the ideas. Keep it up the ideas. And they're doing it because it's anonymous anyway, so they feel, you know, strong. But it's not real. You hit something in them, and if we stay, if you choose to respond, which you don't have to, do it from a place of love. Talk to the issues. Don't go after the person. Stay in that place of love. Stay in that place of peace that we say we are on that. Their thoughts, their opinions, their writings have nothing to do with you. Don't take it on. Know that you've spoken from your heart. And allow that to be enough. So go out there and talk. And then this thing, they keep coming back to this because they kept talking about, you must go do this in order to do this. There's this quote, actually it's a misquote from the Buddha. So if he was misquoted, I'm going to just make up my own anyway. So he said, apparently, don't believe anything you read or anything you hear. Don't believe anything you read on the internet. Yeah, the Buddha said that. Don't even believe anything that I say. Look into it. Look into your heart. Do your own homework. And if it rings true with you, then you believe it. And then you own it. So the most important message here, aside from everything else I said, is to be true to yourself. Is to, if you feel you must do something or say something, then go ahead and do it. Don't do something because somebody else tells you to. If their urging gets you out there, that's okay. But if it doesn't feel right, don't do this. I love this Howard Thurman quote. Don't ask what the world needs, right? Find out what lights you up and go do that. Because that's what the world needs, is people who are lit up. That's where change happens. That's where goodness happens. That's where peace happens. Make sense? Oh yeah.
Yes.
So the only thing you must do comes from within, all right? You be you. And you got this. Ready? Go do it. Thank you. Which? Okay, so this is my word gun. Scrum. So we'll lock this in with a prayer. Just knowing that we are as Gus is. Gus is all, everything, everywhere, always. And if that energy is everything, always, it is us. We are it. So in that oneness, so grateful to know this and to feel this and to share this. And what I know is listening, feeling, and acting is my truth, given to me and supported by Gus himself. And so whenever I feel this and whenever I hear this, what I know, I act from my heart. And that's the truth. And anything that comes from that is a healing concept, is a healing endeavor. I speak this truth for everybody here, knowing that we do know this, and we are open to this, so that we embrace it. And by doing what it is that we do, the world becomes a better place, because that's the only way it can be. So I'm grateful for this knowledge. I'm grateful to be able to share, and knowing that this is the truth, and just let it go into that lovely fields, the fertile valleys that says yes to what we say, and allow it to be what it is with great gratitude. Lock it in with me by saying, and so it is.
So
Now what, Bill?
Thank you very much. Let's give Dave Friedman a big
Let me play something. What was that? You want me to play something?
He's done now.
So I got this idea for, thank you for asking. I love playing for you guys and girls. So I thought of this song, and on the surface of the song, it's really fun. It's a Bonnie Raitt tune, actually. And it's, let's give them something to talk about love, right? But if you think about it, what she's saying in the song is, who cares what they say? Let's just do what we say and feel it from the inside. So I know that when you think about Bonnie Raitt, this is what you're thinking about, right? Starting next week, we're going to take up a collection for a new piano. So let's see what happens.
Talking about people, I hear them whisper, you won't believe
Wow, I don't know about you, but I had a great time this morning. This is good fun, and anytime we have Mr. Friedman here with us, why, we have a great time. Now, we've got just about everything wrapped up this morning, but right now it's time for our offertory, and I know it's Eloise's turn to say some nice things.
I want to say that I think everybody is rich. So let's say, I am rich.
I am rich.
Don't believe it. I am prosperous.
I am prosperous.
I give and receive abundantly.
I give and receive abundantly.
And that is the truth. What you give out comes back in buckets. I really want you to know that, because that is how I live my life. I notice what I give to God, God comes back at me with so many blessings. And we have a glass bowl at that back table where you can deposit your tithe, your contribution. Dave is showing you, if you look back there, he's showing where the bowl, our beautiful bowl, and your givingness prospers this center. We have renters that help, but what comes from the heart of the people, our members, our guests, that is another totally different thing. That is where our power is. That is where this church thrives. So I just want to thank you. And now we're going to sing the blessing song. Because we are so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed.
He's doing good.
I
What he did
am
on
so
the
grateful
service. Yeah.
for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. And one little thing I forgot to mention is Dave at the booth back there can take debit cards and credit cards. So if you don't have to happen to have $100 bills in your pocket, you can go over to see Dave and he can take your cards. Thank you.
And I promise I'll give it back.
Well, what a wonderful day this has been today. I thank you for being here, but then you have to be grateful that you were here today and hear this wonderful message. And now it's time for us to wrap this up with our peace song. Let there be peace on earth. And we'll start that. If you'd like to join them in a circle, that's wonderful. You don't have to if you don't want it. It's okay. It's all right like that. And here's our song.
Oh,
It goes something like this.